it's crazy, dude. Like, man, like it formed all of us, bro. Like it. Akira Toriyama is your mangaka's favorite mangaka. All right, like
Absolute facts.
俺はルフィ海賊王になる男だ
welcome to Strawhat Sitdown. Please like and subscribe to the channel.
What is going on, guys? It is your boy Cali Mac on the track. Never whack, bring it back, and we are back with Strawhat Sitdown, episode 103.
There you go. There you go.
I wasn't here last week, so I don't have to know the number. That's fine.
That's fine. That's fair.
Welcome back, King.
It is good to be back. I saw the episode last week. It was fire. Good stuff to y'all, man.
Thank you.
I am mad I missed it. It was a banger chapter. I had some thoughts, but maybe we'll go. Maybe I'll break them down next week when we go over there before we go over the chapter review, whatever.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Today our episode is gonna be a little bit different than normal. We are all in shock and in reaction of the news that Akira Toriyama has passed. It has sent waves across the entire community, any manga community entirely, not even just manga, shonen, anything, any specific category. This man was influential across multiple mediums. Yeah. So we decided to dedicate the episode today to him. I'm going to talk about some of his work, how he has introduced a majority of us to the medium we all know and love. His personal anecdotes, all that good stuff. We really just want to pay homage to the GOAT, man. We want to pay homage to the GOAT. It's the god of manga, and we got to show him some love. Feel me? We are here with the crew. Not the crew as usual. Unfortunately, our boy Strawhat Mod is feeling a little under the weather. We hope he feels better. He's going to be sitting out this month.
Feel better, Mod.
Yeah, we definitely hope you feel better, my brother. We do still have Mr. G in the building. What's going on? I see you got the Vegeta piece going.
Yes, sir. I actually got this in Japan. I saw it and I was like, fuck it.
Are those like 3D glasses or?
It's just regular glasses, but they're fucking me up right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Because one of them is the Scouter. Okay, I see.
But yeah, we here talk about Akira Toriyama. He had a big influence on me, on all of us. Quick shout out to my cousin Alan. He came over from Florida, so he's here for the weekend for my dad's birthday. So I just wanted to shout you out. But yeah, we're here talk about Dragon Ball, Toriyama, the influences had on One Piece and like all of us in general. And it's hard. I will get emotional. Just you talking, when you start talking about it, Callie, I already felt like the tears well up in my eyes. So I was just like, fuck.
This
all
is a safe space, man. This is a safe space. We all understand the impact of Toriyama in this chat right now, man.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Definitely gonna be a safe space today. But yeah, we also have YHuss. It's a short crew today, but we here to celebrate, so it's all love. YHuss in the building. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, what's going on, man? I'm excited, man. It's obviously very sad, but I you gotta appreciate the greatness and it was just a lot, man. It was a lot. It was a lot. So I'm glad that we had the works and the impact that he's clearly had on people to talk about. So even though I'm sad that we have to do this today, he's a legend, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah, and I'm glad we're doing it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know. Blackhawk said he's gonna be joining when he can. We all want to share how we feel. I know, Callie, you were tweeting about it a lot.
Yes.
I've been sharing posts here and there. Like, it's impacted all of us, and not just all of us, but I mean like the fucking world, bro. Because like I see like countries, fucking China making an announcement, Ecuador, Colombia, like all the South American countries.
The president of France.
The president of France made a post about it. Like the president. That's so insane, man.
Yeah, man.
Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I think that the influence and reach that Toriyama and Dragon Ball, and specifically Goku as a character, the influence and reach that they have reached is understated.
Monumental, bro. Monumental. It's just
I think he's created one of the grandest stories, characters of all time. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
And it's something that I think we all kind of knew, but in his passing, I think it's something that we really realize when we see all these people celebrating him and these monuments and the news. I don't. It's kind of funny, but it's not. But it's crazy. I don't know if you guys saw the tweet that the Mexican cartels have indicted a ceasefire.
That's crazy. I did not see that. That's OD.
In honor of Toriyama passing.
That's crazy,
and
bro.
It's serious because we know Mexico is one of the most diehard places in the entire world when it comes to Dragon Ball and Goku. So that's some serious shit right there.
Someone already made like the tapestry of like the Holy Mary that's very synonymous with Mexico. They fucking did that.
Yeah, Goku.
Goku.
Yeah.
I saw that. It's crazy, bro. Like, and not just that, but like sports teams, like a lot of sports teams right now were warming up yesterday playing Shala, head Shala. Like,
that's so sick, man.
It's crazy, dude. Like, man, like it formed all of us, bro. Like Akira Toriyama is your mangaka's favorite mangaka. All right, like
absolute facts.
Especially like in the day age that we are in now, you can see all the statements that have come out from Oda, Kishimoto, Kubo.
Yeah.
You know, like it's crazy. No one feels like it's real, and I mean that's how it is with death. It doesn't feel real when it happens. And like for me, this has impacted me on the level of when Kobe passed, of when Kevin Conroy passed. That one fucked me up. Like the voice of Batman. Like like this shit. It's just crazy. I think this is even more because I wanted to ask you guys, like what were you guys doing when you heard about it? Because when I heard, I was streaming Final Fantasy VII, and then like I just happened to look at my phone and I see like breaking news, and then I was like, what the fuck? This can't be real. And then like I just started looking, and then more sources popping up, more tweets, boom, 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 like he's passed, and like I just started crying on stream. I was like, this is very unexpected. Yeah, it's a lot, and also how he went too. Like it's crazy, bro. Like, like I mean, we don't know the details, but a hematoma usually means that he might have fallen and there was a blood clot or something like that.
I remember reading that somewhere that it's normally trauma related.
Yeah, so like we don't know exactly what happened, And
can I just say that I am 100% for the family waiting a week before releasing the fact that he passed on. I think a lot of times in celebrity culture, fans are extremely entitled, and they think that they deserve to have information regarded to their favorite people as if they're family, but the actual family deserves that time to grieve and to choose when that information is released as they see fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like even then they did get to do, because it happened on the 1st,
right?
And we heard about it just 2 days ago, right?
Yeah, like a literal week later, if you
come So
they took their time, and it's good for them. And like you said, Callie, like that is their literal family. I think it was Oda or Kishimoto that said, "I'm glad," and we recognize that they're really truly going through it. You know what I mean? And that's their flesh and blood. Is very sad. I heard his son is picking up the ownership of the franchise.
Yeah, Sasuke.
Yeah, man, that's
of the Dragon Ball franchise.
Yeah, I believe that's the case.
Pretty cool.
Exactly. I saw talks about. I saw stuff that I saw something about how Steam is privately owned. I know it's a random tangent, but it's kind of my point about it's good that the ownership doesn't go to some
random corporate or random guy, and I get what you mean. Stays within the family. That is good. That is really good. His son's name is Sasuke.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's it is. There's a picture going around on Twitter of him with his son Sasuke playing Dragon Quest One, which
Man.
is another big influence that he's had on fucking RPG fans, JRPG fans, because he started Dragon Quest and and he made Chrono Trigger also. Like that's
Right.
all his art, bro, and that's just been going on for years. Heck, Dragon Quest and Chrono Trigger fuse is what caused Final Fantasy to be born. You know, so like, uh, the influence that he's had is just is crazy.
It's astronomical, bro. And to answer your question earlier, I was in a call. I was in a voice call playing like some random ass shooter, and someone sent a tweet, but it wasn't like the official one. It was a random. It was one of those hype Twitter accounts. Yeah. And it's like I saw the words, and I was like, yo, it's not funny. You know what I mean? Like, don't fucking.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the exact same thing happened to Kobe, right? Like you see tweets and you're like, bro, stop, man. It's not fucking funny. And then you see the official and you're just like, holy fuck. Even though he's 68 and like that's not young, but still that shit, it came out of fucking nowhere, man.
Yeah.
It was a fucking like Thursday, Friday night, right? Like it's like, god damn, dude. Yeah, man. That shit hurt.
Thursday night. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Thursday night, because I picked up my cousin Friday morning. So, like, that shit, bro, that shit came out of nowhere, dude. Like, and like you said, like the Kobe thing. I remember when I first saw the Kobe thing, TMZ were the first ones to fucking report it, and I was like, no way, this shit's lies, bro. And then that shit was not the case, and you know that shit was hard too, bro. Like that's just still crazy.
Yeah, 100%. To answer your question, I had just woken up because because it happened late at night. It happened in like around like midnight, 1, I think, something like that. It was pretty late.
Yeah. I was working from home the next day, so I was up still. But
yeah, I was definitely asleep. I woke up around 5 a.m. to get ready for work. And you wake up and you kind of just scroll your phone for a little bit before you actually get up. And I don't even think I saw it through a tweet. I opened up Twitter and then I had the group chat notification, so I click on that, and then the group chat's talking about it, and I think I just see Akira Toriyama pass, and it woke me up. And said it's 5 a.m. and I'm out of deep sleep, so I'm half asleep, but that shit like literally woke me up, and I'm like energized now. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm scrolling, and then I see that's true, and that shit fucked me up the whole day. I'm not gonna lie. It was really hard to focus on work. I was talking to my girl about it, and I was like, yo. And it's weird. I had to talk to my girl about it because I felt weird being so sad, because I think if I'm being honest with y'all, I have been through my fair share of celebrity deaths of some of my favorite artists, influencers, entertainers, whatever. I think this is one that's impacted me the most.
I agree, bro. I keep welling up every time, like before I talk, like. And I wasn't expecting it either. You know what I mean? Like, it just keeps hitting in waves, dude. And I agree with you.
Like that entire morning, I was cool, and then I would scroll Twitter and see something, and it would fuck me up, and then I'd be cool, and I think about it, then it fuck me up, I'd be cool, and then I start thinking about Dragon Ball Fighters and how much that shit has changed my life, and then it fucks me up. Like, I was a wreck. I can't lie, I was a wreck, man. That dude has more influence than I could have ever imagined.
I thought I did well. I thought I like was like, because again, when I was in the call, and I don't mean to like some like the niggas that were in the call, they're not the biggest Dragon Ball fans,
right?
And they didn't play these games, right? The Chrono Trigger or Dragon Quest, and so like I was in the call and I was like, yo, no fucking way. And he's like, oh, that's fucking crazy, rest in peace. And then they kind of continued their night, and I didn't really say much the rest of the night. I was just like, I feel like one game, and then I got off later, and I was just like, bro, it really like, to me, I was like, damn. And the next, but I took it, I was like, it's so sad. But the next day, I was watching Infernal Omni, like a YouTuber that used to play Smash. He talks about
I,
like
I love Omni, bro.
he's the man. He's such a cool, nice guy.
I met him
And
once at a Smash tournament, and I've
that's
always followed him since.
that's fucking sick. I didn't know. That's really cool. So yeah, and I know him from Smash, which is why I follow him on YouTube, and I watch his videos sometimes if I want to catch up on what's going on the internet or whatever. And he was obviously showing his respect, and he was crying and just going over how much it meant, and it hit me so hard. I was sobbing, bro. Yesterday I was so sad. And
Yeah,
again, I also
100%.
I also didn't expect it, because he's a legend, and again, like I'm a little bit younger than you guys, and I didn't have Toonami growing up. It came on our Canadian television,
Right.
like a certain channel, like later at night. But I was also young too then, but my sibling, I'm so glad I have older siblings because they were big fans of it. And when it came on later, they'd be like, "Yo, you have to watch this," or we play the games on GameCube or whatever,
Right.
or on whatever I had at the time, and that's how I got into it. So I didn't, and like growing up, I moved a little bit more away from it other than the fighters. Like I watched Super way late. I had never read the manga, and I liked One Piece the most, obviously.
Mhm.
But it's too his impact is too grand.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to put it. Like you mentioned, Callie, that like the whole anime manga community, and I realized like random artists I follow that I've never talked about Dragon Ball in their life are like, nah, this guy influenced my whole style, blah blah blah. Like this, your favorite artist, like Mr. said.
Yeah.
It's kind of insane the impact this brother has had. It's nuts, man.
Yeah, like I saw some like celebrities, like tweeting about it, like and shit like that. Like I wasn't expecting, but I mean everyone, especially like over here in the West, the Black Spanish communities fucking love Dragon Ball, and
Yeah, man.
it was like I remember fucking growing up playing fucking being Dragon Ball with my cousins, like turning Super Saiyan, just fake Ki Blast fighting, like and all that
Yeah.
shit, like. And one of my favorite memories is playing the old Budokai Tenkaichi games, especially like 2 and 3
Yeah,
in
man.
my grandma's
3 is
house.
so good.
Cause like I would always bring my system, and like she had her little salon because she was a hairdresser, and I just like lock myself in there and just fucking play those games to nauseum. Like I would just keep playing them, and like I beat them already many times, but like I just absolutely love those games. And um, it just like when news hit, it just brought me back to all of that, and like you know the journey that Goku goes through, because we see Goku go from OG Dragon Ball as a fucking kid all the way to what he is now, a man, family. People would question his family man, but he has a family. He has a family and everything like that. But like his perseverance and like the levels that he's attained, it's something that I know me personally. It pushes me like Luffy, Goku, like those MCs like that keep believing in the dream and keep helps me go. And it was all thanks to fucking Akira Toriyama. And my cousin Alan, he brought up a good fact that Pokemon was also influenced by Dragon Quest because they
Right.
do a whole
The whole
catching monsters.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So like it's crazy the influence, like all the shit that we like has roots into things that he's touched.
Yeah, no, 100%. I feel you on that. No cap. I don't want to hear no more Goku's a bad dad slander. I'm not letting nobody disrespect Toriyama no more. I'm done with it. 2024, we off that. If I see you saying that, you gotta run my fade. I'm not taking it no more.
I respect it. Hell yeah.
Do you guys remember how you first became aware of Dragon Ball?
It was definitely Toonami for me, 100%.
Yeah.
I it's been so long. I cannot remember if it was Dragon Ball or Naruto. I don't remember if they aired at the same time or when I started watching them they were on at the same time, because I know I didn't start it. The first time I watched Dragon Ball Z on Toonami, I think I caught it like mid Frieza Saga, I think. Or it might have been Cell Saga. It was later in the Dragon Ball series when I was a kid and I first watched it. I had to go back and watch the from the beginning to really get the full story. But it was definitely Toonami. coming on as a kid, it was Dang, I'm getting emotional too. That's crazy. Tsunami was big, man, back in those days. That shit really shaped and molded me, man. I can't lie.
So I'm gonna show my age. I am the oldest one in the pod, and so Toonami was a big factor, right? Because I remember going to my boy's house afterwards, and like we'd watch Toonami, fucking Yu Yu Hakusho, Gundam, Dragon Ball. But I'll never forget, like before that, when I was like around 10, I went to Honduras, my dad's home country, and I'll never forget like my younger cousin, Carlitos. He would be like, cause have you seen this show called Dragon Ball? Like he's like, my mom doesn't let me watch it, because it's too violent, and it's like they're like, oh, it's the devil, this, and this, and and so like I was there for like a month, so I was mad curious, and then I go and flipping through the channels, and I see that shit, and I was like, and it was in the mid Frieza arc, and I remember like fucking Raccoon fucking up everyone at the time, and we had to go hide in like his sister's fucking room to go watch it for a bit, or go to another room because like, so like 'cause it was like taboo over there, especially like early on. So that carried over, and then come to the States. And finally, I started like I got older. Oh, I was like, oh fuck, that's a show that my cousin always used to tell me, and we tried watching at home. And then I had my other cousin that lived from Honduras that ended up moving in with us. He was older than me, and he always used to tell me stories of like, oh, like that's Dragon Ball. Like I used to watch Dragon Ball back, like, and he was telling me about Goku as a kid. Cause I had no idea that there was a series of Goku being a kid. So I ended up rewatching that and getting like super into it, bro. Like, and that like, I love OG Dragon Ball. OG Dragon Ball is so fucking funny, bro. And I like the martial arts that it had, and like the fights. They were really boxing.
Yeah, it was heavy. I love the man. I saw some panels recently. People like posting Goku versus Frieza panels, and that guy's ability to coordinate and what's the word? Make choreography for fights is out of this world.
You mean
Dragon Ball had a lot of that, obviously, because straight up hands for a lot of it. So yeah, like it's a lot. The story reminds me of that. There's a legendary newsletter that like, or it was in the newspaper. It was like an article about how when Dragon Ball first came to the West, about how it's this violent show that promotes, like.
I know exactly fighting. The article. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny to look back on it because that was a huge article, and it kind of bolstered Dragon Ball's popularity in a way it probably didn't intend to.
Absolutely.
And it just speaks to like how, like. The fact that this guy had his own, obviously it's his own ideas and work, but like manga is his culture, obviously, and he was obviously the forefront of bringing it to a wider scale, obviously in Japan and especially the West. And just imagine the kind of pioneering mindset it takes to think that like, bro, who says I can't make something that's gonna impact people around the world, bro? Like I feel like the cultural, I feel like it just shatters the cultural differences between people. When you think of people around the world as being, like not living the same life as you, or being maybe hard to connect with, and then you realize that like this is the kind of stuff that like it hit everyone in terms of like how popular Dragon Ball was, and obviously his other works. To me, it's just so emblematic. I think it was Musa that said in the chat like about how the man that brought it to the West, and I kind of love how much our Twitter chat was. Just being real, in ways like it's kind of rare, and I'm glad people are respecting his legacy so much that it brings this kind of talks out of them. And bro, it's just some legendary shit, man. I couldn't tell you when I first became aware of Dragon Ball. I was really young, but I do remember in kindergarten I have a very vivid memory of like charging up Spirit Bomb, but I was literally like 4, and I don't remember watching Dragon Ball before that.
That's funny.
So yeah, man, it's more of like a thing that's always been in my life, kind of similar to One Piece too. Just crazy. And bro, when we talk about like the stuff that he's changed and like wouldn't be possible, like this podcast is one of them.
Yep, that's true.
In so many ways too. Like the fact that One Piece exists, and the fact that Dragon Ball Fighters exists, and that's how we all met each other, like Musa and Callie mentioned in the chat. that shit, my whole life would be so. I can't even imagine how different it would be if I didn't play Dragon Ball Fighters, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's because of Dragon Ball Fighters that I went to Bum's birthday bash in 2019, and I actually met Callie for the first time. And I was like, damn, who is this Teen Gohan player, bro? He's so fucking nice.
EGA, man.
And I was like, yo, he's playing my favorite character right now, and he's so smooth with this. So then that actually put me on the course of being a Teen Gohan main for the rest of my Dragon Ball
King
Fighters
Gohan is
career.
so
But
sick, man.
yeah, and so ever since then, so I met Kelly personally there, and then we met YHuss, and we created our One Piece Twitter group that we have, and then we started the podcast fucking over 2 years ago, which is crazy.
Man.
All thanks to Akira Toriyama and Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
Bro,
man. I honestly owe him one of the best weekends of my life, if I'm being 100% with you. If we're speaking on Dragon Ball Fighters.
Mhm.
Because of that game, there was a tournament series being run about 2 years ago by these group of people called Wreck and Co. Shout out to them and Van Kill. They were running a tournament point system series for Dragon Ball Fighters with a little weekly. You place top 8, you get points, yada yada yada. And they were flying out the top 8 people to do a final bracket in Utah. Mad random.
Ooh.
But
I remember it. Yeah, that is a random ass.
mad random, but I was entering them because why not? Free trip.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I ended up placing one outside of the top 8, but one of the people in the top 8 couldn't go, so I ended up getting snuck in there.
Hey.
Placement.
Take those. You take
And
those.
that's probably one of the best weekends of my life, man. I'm not gonna lie. I got flown out, all expenses paid, food provided every day, playing video games, hanging out with the homies all
That's
day.
OD.
It was in Utah, but Utah is right next to Vegas, and we had to go through Vegas to get to Utah. So I got to cop some specialties in Vegas and bring it out to Utah. Some special plants, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. I know those very well, Callie.
It was one of the best weekends of my life, man. Truly, I was so stress free, and I was getting paid to play
That's
a Dragon
crazy.
Ball video game. Like, I was getting paid throughout all that, as well as getting taken care of. And I owe that to Toriyama, because without Dragon Ball, we never get that video game. That game has changed my life in a magnitude of different ways, and brought me to places I probably never would have seen or been otherwise, and met people I probably never would have met otherwise, and really changed my life, man.
Yeah, dude, it really is. I remember going to Japan and fucking playing Dragon Ball Fighters there, bro. And I got to meet and befriend the Kill Sage, and like him and I still talk to this day. And we were both One Piece fans, and like we really got into it there. I played Kazunoko, and other players from Japan over there. That shit was crazy, and that was all thanks to fucking my love for fighting games and Dragon Ball, and it just merged so perfectly with Dragon Ball Fighters, bro. And it's a little surreal,
Bro, I truly believe that I would be a completely different person if I never played Dragon Ball Fighters.
I agree.
My life was like, because it came out in my second last year of high school, but I only took it seriously in my last year of high school in 2019. And I grew up in definitely a culturally diverse area, but like it was the hood, like I've talked to a lot of the same niggas. I played basketball. That's all by the way, that's the only thing I ever did. I would hoop, I'd go to class, I'd take a nap, and I'd go basketball later in the day, and then I'd come home and do homework or whatever. That was my grade 11 and grade 12 years, and I talk to the same people. I chill with them on the weekends. My same group of 3 or 4 homies, and I got along with people in high school. I had no problem talking to people, but I was just not interested in doing anything but my own thing, and
yeah.
But meeting the kinds of different people in my local community who are some of my best friends now, bro. Like, you guys know, kinda. Right. That guy is the cool. You guys don't even get it. That guy's the coolest guy I've ever met in my life. Corey, that's my fucking blood brother. Like, these guys and more have completely changed who I am as a person. I've grown so much knowing them, and it literally would not be possible without DBFZ and growing up. And I got to grow up a lot, learning from the people in the auto community, because you enter a fighting community, and from living the life I was living, which was hooping, do my own thing, hang with the same guys that look the same as me, act the same as me, and going from that insular community to learning a lot from new people, growing as a person through competing in Dragon Ball. Like I feel like the lessons I learned playing basketball and playing Dragon Ball like have prepared me for anything in life. And I feel like the person I've grown to become through my interactions with these people, like engaging with the media I've engaged with, from recommendations from them, learning from them, reading the books I've read, due to being prodded as front of the people. Like I read Daigo's book in 2020, and it really changed a lot of how I think.
Yeah.
And again, it wouldn't be possible if I didn't start playing fighting games and playing Dragon Ball Fighters, and then meeting you guys, right? Like I literally before 2023, when I came to New York, I have never traveled other than for Dragon Ball. By the way, in my entire life, I've never left my city other than to play Dragon Ball. And 2023, I played a little Dragon Ball there at OSNY,
Right.
Or whatever it's called. No disrespect.
It is
And-
OS, yeah, you got it.
Nice. And but that wasn't the purpose of my visit. I came to hang out with Mista and Vert,
Yep.
and we had a great time. And like it's actually too monumental the way my life has changed. I almost cried there when I talked about my friends.
No, I
That's
feel
crazy.
you, bro. I feel you. This is definitely
Yeah,
a safe
you-
space, man.
You did come to New York to get busted by me and Ball, bro. That,
Oh,
that shit was
yo.
epic.
I've been hooping lately. Trust me, it's not happening.
We'll have to see, because you're not the only one that's been hooping, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. We're
Hey,
gonna
bro.
have to get the Strawhat Sitdown King of the Hill game going, bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
Mister, you're a killer, bro. No ego aside, bro. You're a problem at basketball. Bro. Like, you turned up in the fourth quarter. Some of those games. That shit was crazy, bro.
Yeah, they
But,
were like, yo, Mister got that Hall of Famer.
Mike, what's this shit called? Hall of Fame clutch performer or something like that for the 2K badges. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was funny, bro.
But yeah, I had such a great experience because of that, like because of playing Dragon Ball, I got to come. And not to mention, like Vert, Marco, I'm in them, Shima, the guys I talk to every single day, so, bruh, this shit is fucking nuts, man.
Yeah,
like talking about it really is making me hit now.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Like, so I got into fighting games in college, back with Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, like in 3 when that came out.
Mhm.
And I used to watch Bum and Coach Steve and all them, Ray back in the day. And when Dragon Ball came out, it actually brought me to actually go to one of the tournaments and actually got to meet them. So like for years I just idolized these guys and was like, damn man, they're so fucking good. I wish I could play with them one day. And long and behold, thanks to fucking Dragon Ball Fighters, I got the courage enough to go and finally go to a fucking tournament, Bums tournament, and meet all you guys and get to play, and haven't top 8, but hopefully one day we'll see.
One day, man.
Never
But
forget, man.
yeah, that's true. But we've been saying, we've all met, we've all started this because of fighters, and it's all thanks to Akira Toriyama. Like it was crazy. My mom hit me up. I saw my mom yesterday. And she's like she was asking me about it, like who, like she's like
Who he was,
yeah. She's like the creator of Dragon Ball. And she was like, yeah, and like and then she's like, I'm so sorry, and then I got fucking emotional. I was like, because she's like, she knows that what is meant to me growing up, like
Yeah.
she saw me growing up playing. Oh my God, my bad, guys.
That's
Oof.
so good, bro.
It's all good, man.
That shit's crazy. Also, Black Hawk just informed me that he is not making it. He's in traffic, so
It's all good.
it is what it is.
Keep
We
pushing.
got it here. So since that is the case, right? I actually did have a blind ranking for us today, and it's actually Dragon Ball related. So if you guys would want to join me real quick.
Sure, let's lay in the mood a little bit. Then we talk about.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about then we talk about like Dragon Ball after that.
Yeah.
So I have In honor of Dragon Ball, right? The 7 Dragon Balls. I have 7 moments of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, and Dragon Ball Super and GT in general, and we're gonna blindly rank them from 1 to 7. All right. So
Okay.
I hope you guys are ready. First moment. Let's see. Oh shit. Okay. Goku goes Ultra Instinct.
This is 1 through 7.
1 through 7. Yeah.
This has got to be a young. I'm thinking 4 or 5.
I was gonna say 4 too.
4. All right. Yeah. You know what? I'm cool with that.
All right.
I think 4 is a good one. Number 4. All right. Next. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh, we got Krillin bagging 18.
One. My goal, bagging a bad bitch. 1. My goal.
Oh shit!
Your confidence with Mister.
I mean, bro, it's monumental, bro. If you watch from OG Dragon Ball all the way through, it's crazy that he got fucking Android 18, dude. Like, and I knew this was definitely a Cali and Blackhawk one that I put in for you guys. But I knew you guys would appreciate it. That shit was crazy, bro. Because
my bro went from 0 to bagging a bad bitch, bro. Like, doesn't get
What's your real answer, bro?
I can't do my real answer. That's crazy.
What?
I would say 7 if I'm being realistic.
Okay, real. All right, cool. Let's go 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 7. Oh man, I know if Blackhawk was here, they definitely would have fight for number 1. All right. Oh man. All right. So next, we got Vegeta sacrifice against Majin Buu.
Top 3 for sure.
I fuck with that. Yeah, we put UI 4. I'm down to put this like 3 or 2 even maybe.
I'm trying.
I think 3 is.
I think 3. I like 3.
Yeah.
I like 3. I like 3 as well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This laughter was much needed.
Yeah.
Goku and Raditz killed by Piccolo.
6.
Yeah, young 6.
I agree. That's a good one.
You know what? I have a lot of disdain for that moment, and it's not even because of the show. It's because of the original Dragon Ball Budokai game, where there was a stupid fucking mini game you had to play.
Yes.
Rotate the circle in the proper way to get it to line up so that the special beam cannon would hit. I hated that shit so much as a kid, bro. That shit made me hate the actual moment in the show more, bro. Like, oh my god. Yeah. I hated that shit.
I hated that shit too. That shit was fucking mad annoying. All right, so we got that at 6. Next one. Goku beats King Piccolo when he was a kid.
We don't have 5 open, right? Or we have 5
we
open,
have
right?
5 open. Yeah, we have 5
I think
open.
that's 5,
I think
right?
5
Depending on what you have left, though, it should be 5 in my opinion.
Yeah.
But you know what? Because he said there's some GT ones in here too. I don't think any GT one. Because how many spots we have left?
That means bro didn't put Tingle on Super Saiyan 2. I'm just saying.
I still got 2 and 1.
You have 2. So there's 2 more left, right?
Yeah, it's 2 more
after
left.
this one.
I think one of these is gonna be a GT one, and I would never put a GT moment in the top 2. So
I will say there. I forgot about GT, so there's no GT.
No, I only said that because you said in the beginning. You said Super GT.
I did. That's my bad.
5 is fine. 5 is fine.
Okay. All right, last 2. Father Son Kamehameha.
Let's go.
1.
You said Kyle. You said 1.
You know, it might be personal for me, but I'm gonna say one because y'all know Teen Gohan is my fucking character, man.
Gohan is also a Mafu
Yeah.
I
character.
fucking love that kid, man. Personally for me, it'd be number one. But if y'all want to say two, I'm not mad at that because I'm sure the next one is probably something crazy too. So
Yeah,
I
like I
at that.
look at if the next one is what I think it is.
Yeah.
Literally look at my profile picture on Discord. Yeah, I have to say two. That's what I would say. What about you, Mister?
I would personally, I would put it at one.
Yo, it's
Because,
us three today. It's us three today.
It's
It's
us
one. It's
three.
one.
All right, it's one for me. It's Teen Gohan, bro.
All right,
That
so
shit.
we putting that at one then. It's one. It's
All
one.
right, that's number one.
Gohan
Let's
goes.
get it.
And you know what? Can I just say, I know that a lot. Goku has been celebrated a lot in Toriyama's passing, but for me, I watched bits and pieces of OG Dragon Ball, but I didn't really watch the full thing in its entirety. Something I want to do, especially now in post memorial to Toriyama. But I started my Dragon Ball journey with Z, so for me, where a lot of people saw Goku grow up from this kid to this great adult warrior, that was me with Gohan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watching him from this
Absolutely.
crybaby kid to this fucking cool ass fucking team, beating this Cell and breaking the limits of Super Saiyan. That shit was just so sick to me. Gohan is probably one of my favorite characters of all time. So that's for me. That's why I would put that personally over like what I'm assuming is gonna be the next moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the moment you guys guessed it already.
Yeah.
The final moment is Goku goes Super Saiyan 1. That shit was crazy. It's still one of the best, if not the best, transformation in history of anime. I feel like.
Yeah, the best, without doubt.
Yeah,
No question.
yeah, without doubt. Like, but so this is number 2 for us because we are Teen Gohan fans. As Callie, you said,
TGA.
I grew up mostly with Z and seeing Teen Gohan, like you said, turn from this crybaby all the way. Because Goku, when you first meet Goku in OG, he was already like, you know, I mean, I want all the smoke,
Yeah.
like type of shit, right? So, but seeing Teen Gohan, he was a crybaby. Like his father was killed. He was forced to fight when that's not what he wanted to do, and he rose to the challenge every time. And that, you know, that's something that I know personally I strive for, like to rise up to the challenge in whatever I do.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna try hard in life, you know, and like if I don't give my best at what I do, then it's not worth doing. But yeah, this is the blind ranking for today. So we got number 1, Father Son Kamehameha. Number 2, Goku becomes Super Saiyan. Number 3, Vegeta sacrifice. Number 4, Goku goes UI. Number 5, Goku beats King Piccolo. Number 6, Goku and Raditz killed by Piccolo. And number 7, Krillin bagging 18.
I think we killed that shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think that's rather perfect.
No, we did that really good. I can't lie. We actually finessed that one. I can't lie. That's good.
I think this is a great segue into like talking about, you know, our favorite Dragon Ball moments. We can kind of skim a little bit. But I definitely want to shout out the guys that responded to the Twitter. No Dupes put the Goku teleporting Cell away when he's about to blow up before Goku's gone kill him.
Yo, that shit. Oh my god, man.
That shit hits. That shit hits
every time. Bro.
Every time.
I think it's my literal. I think for a while it was my Facebook banner, and I wonder what these niggas didn't watch Dragon Ball are thinking, like this fucking big ass monster in Goku.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Goku's the GOAT, no question. That guy's the GOAT. Shout out No Deuce for replying.
Shout out.
Our boy King Drew, you know we all know him. Yamcha's first Spirit Ball. Yeah, I respect it.
Respect it. That's a good one.
That's a character. That's a character who got the power corrupted by Super, but hey man.
I
was about to say.
Facts.
Yo, as soon as them Saiyans touched the earth, that man was relevant no more.
Bro, he got beat by a Cyberman, bro.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy to this day.
Yeah.
It's the biggest L in anime history, dog. Like
to the point where niggas like recreated in all their shows. But yeah, you know, I'm just reminded of that moment in Super where they go for the tournament of power and he's just waiting for the knock on his door and no one ever calls on him. It's like, damn, nigga, this guy's a Z fighter, man, but understandable. Yeah.
Bro, that shit was crazy, bro. Oh man, I remember watching the episode of them training, and like you think that they got a chance, AOTN, and like they pulling out the 4 clones and shit. They were getting fucking murked, son. That shit was crazy, bro.
Yeah, that shit was sick. That shit was definitely sick. Shout out Yamcha, man.
And I also wanted to shout out what this Strawhat Sitdown came from, our Twitter group chat of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Fighters guys that we know, like a lot of the guys like Jake and Inni, Musa, and Ren too, just showing mad love. It was cool to see, and we really appreciate them replying, in the chat and showing love to the podcast and all that stuff. And we love you guys for real. The guys
Yeah,
in the chat and
truly
the
appreciate it, man. Yo, the chat's popping today too, which is awesome to see.
That's what
Ooh.
Akira Toriyama does, man.
Yeah, yo, Strider
I don't even think
Kiryu.
Silver watches One Piece.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. That's
Oh,
the power
that's
of
crazy.
Toriyama, man.
That's awesome. Strider Kiryu brought up a good one. TN breaking Yamcha's legs for no reason in the tournament.
Oh, yeah,
That shit
Dragon
was
Ball.
crazy, bro. That's what I'm saying. They were boxing, bro. Like, this dude, the General Tao Pai Pai, fucking gave Goku PTSD. He gave him the first ass beating he's ever gotten. And Goku was like, oh, fuck, I don't know what to do. Like, that shit was crazy. And then TN, oh, dude, that was a moment. I think,
Dragon Ball was OD.
I think my favorite moment is actually from Dragon Ball. It's when Goku fights his grandfather Gohan, and at the end, when his grandfather takes off the mask, and you see Goku just cry and just jump and hug his grandfather. That shit hits me every time, dude. Like that shit was OD, and it's definitely one of my favorite moments in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, and in the chat, let us know yours. We'll definitely talk about it. I'm glad Moose is talking about Goku going UI, maybe being a bit higher, because honestly, I caught up the Super at the very end. So like, I watched all Turn Power like in one sitting, or like Goku's the ending basically, and him going Ultra Instinct and all of the gods of destructions and them niggas standing up in respect.
Yes.
Oh my god, man.
That shit, bro. That shit broke the internet. That shit broke people.
Crunchyroll crashed.
that shit, yeah. Crunchyroll crashed. That shit fucking was monumental in the world, bro. There were stadiums filled with people watching that shit. There were like theaters and like everyone would like, especially in Spanish countries, they were all fucking gathered together to watch the Tournament of Power, to watch that UI episode, to watch Goku versus Jiren, the ending. Like that shit was OD. That definitely, like, I know people bag on Super, but that shit was crazy, especially in that moment, because people were like, even though they weren't happy with where it was going or whatever, everyone still got together to watch the Tournament of Power and those moments. Like,
yeah, I think Tournament of Power was the best arc in Super.
Yeah. I agree. I agree.
Also,
like,
I think I should shout out Mod. Couldn't be because he's sick, but he did give us a small message that he wanted to share, I think.
Oh yes, please.
So he said his earliest memory of Dragon Ball was coming from school, seeing on school programs in the weekends. He shouted out to Nami as well.
Yep.
He said Dragon Ball has always been a major part of my life and development, and none of that would be possible without Toriyama. And of course, he shouts out, the works like One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. He said wouldn't be the same without him. And Mod is definitely like a shonen appreciator too. He watches all that shit, has read all that shit. And Mod is the resident power scaler, right? And Dragon Ball started that shit for sure in terms of like literally the numbers and the power levels. So yeah, shout out our boy Mod. And yeah, that's how he put it. Any favorite moment from you, Callie, of Dragon Ball? Period.
Ultra Instinct is a good one. I can think of. I have a lot. I can't lie. I love Dragon Ball, man. That's hard. I guess I can think of two specifically.
Let's hear 'em, brother.
One is another one from Super Tournament of Power. It is the second time he goes Ultra Instinct against Kefla.
Oh, I know where you're going.
Yeah, that very last showdown where he weaves all the energy blasts, and then she does the final big blast, but he uses the Kamehameha orb to slide on top of the blast and then flip over it and hit her with a Kame straight to the face.
That shit was OD.
There's a funny RDC like voice clip. It's like, damn, you hit that nigga so hard to replay 3 different times.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit was so cool, man. It's between that and another Kamehameha that is my favorite, and the other one is during the Cell games. Not the father-son one though. It's actually Goku's Where
Instant-
the instant transmission when he's about, it looks like he's about to blow up the planet and everybody's panicking and freaking out, and then last second he just pops right next to Cell and just beams his shit. That shit was so
OD.
cool, man.
Yeah, shit,
I
legendary.
had a hard time making this the list for the blind ranking because there's so many moments in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Of course,
Like,
man.
so many moments.
I'm glad you put the Vegeta one. That one is amazing. Him.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That was a pinnacle of Vegeta's character. You know, like him realizing so many things about himself and what he loved, and it was absolutely beautiful. Like,
I saw someone put the sorry, Mister. I feel like I cut you off. I apologize.
no, go ahead.
Someone put the clip of Majin Vegeta just airing out all his problems with Goku and talking about how he's taking his pride and he's gonna pay his debt. Goku's gonna pay his debt to him by fighting him. And I'm like, man, Majin Vegeta was the sickest shit ever, man. Yeah, the character of Vegeta is so fucking legendary. I don't know what my fucking favorite. I probably should have thought about it while I was listening, but I was too into you guys' answers. I think obviously, like you said, Cali Gohan really was legendary. Man, Trunks and Gohan in the history of Trunks.
Yeah,
Oh, that shit
that's fair.
Many, man.
Shit makes me cry every time,
Yeah,
bro. Every
that shit
time.
is hard,
Like,
man.
That was crazy. I think Goku and Vegeta at the end of the Janemba movie, Fusion Reborn. Like, nah, what do you mean, man? I had it. The pleasure was all mine or something like that. That shit was legendary.
Oh, like when they at the very end after they defeated Janemba and Vegeta was fading away.
Vegeta's still dead. Yeah. Man,
Oh,
there's so
that's
many,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
I'll throw in one that like is kind of a curveball. I think when Trunks pulls out the Spirit Sword versus Zamasu, that's one of my favorite moments in Super. And he just cooks him. I mean, obviously I have the Dragon Ball ones, legendary ones, but I'll shout out Trunks in Super. I'm glad Trunks got a little bit of shine. But then the end of that arc is very interesting. But
it just went a little crazy, but
It did.
we're not here to critique. We're here to celebrate today.
Hell yeah.
So
yeah,
speaking of that, I got
Trunks at all was really cool. Shout out to Silver.
Trunks and Vegeta doing the final flash together in Super. It's one of the figures I have.
The
and
Gala Gun too.
Yeah, and then I had to also get fucking, of course, the Goku and Gohan doing the Super Saiyan the Kamehameha together as well. So
That's so
another one of my
sick.
figures. But I love it. Trunks fucking Trunks showing up the first time against fucking Frieza, Mega
Yeah.
Frieza.
I feel like that moment, like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I feel like that moment in particular resonated with a lot. I think Trunks is like probably one of the most fan favorite characters in the entire
Hell
series.
yeah.
Of all time.
Yeah,
Like,
from that moment, I think that a lot of people definitely.
even
with the
people
character.
not into fucking Dragon Ball know about Trunks and we're into Trunks. Like
Yeah.
girls and shit like that, they love Trunks. They're like, oh, yo, Trunks is so cute. He's the coolest, but this
He's
is
fitted too, for real.
that. Dripping, bro. Dripping from the
It's
future,
He's
crazy.
bro.
definitely fitted. Marv brings up another one I wish I had thought about. The
That was
Beerus
good.
Goku movie where
Oh.
Goku's almost about to die. He's lost his god power. He gets pushed into the dirt. He's like buried in the earth, and then he just screams, "I will not let you destroy my world!" And then just oh my god! I feel so, thank you so much. Sean Schemmel absolutely killed the delivery on that line. That is probably one of the best Goku lines in the entire series. That shit was in fucking sane, bro. I get chills
That
just
was
thinking about it.
hard.
Yeah.
That was hard, bro. And
That
then like,
shit
That
was
was
hard.
legendary.
oh my god, that shit was so good. That movie is very underrated.
I agree.
I agree. I read the manga recently to the beginning to that movie and the bit of the beginning of the Zamasu arc. The movie really. Which one came first? The movie, right?
The movie, yeah.
Okay,
The-
perfect.
the- the
perfect,
show
perfect.
after.
Okay, cool. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So the movie is fucking amazing. In the YouTube chat, John Sherrod shouts out, "I love everything involving the Ginyu Force," and I think that's like a great shout out because the Ginyu Force is so iconic.
That's
Yeah.
really just Gerard. Like I had a feeling that would be.
That's a great pick. Yeah, that's
and
emblematic.
you know what's so crazy? That's not. I've seen Ginyu tributes like throughout this weekend, and I would not have expected to see so many people resonate with the Ginyu Force, but people really fuck with that design.
Yeah,
It's-
because yo, he's a weird ass nigga, you know. And I think that's like what people like love seeing, the weird guys, the
Yeah, the
guys that
different
break the
shit.
mold.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny, the first time I went out of region to play Dragon Ball, the Ottawa guys from my city, we I think I won that tournament, and the had a Ginyu Force pose picture at the end. There's no way I'm gonna have it. But,
Like just fucking like them doing the whole thing. Like
yeah, we was in the venue. We took a picture in their venue in Montreal, and we posed it. That shit was legendary. So yeah, the Ginyu is iconic, man. That's a great shout out.
that is a good shout out, bro.
Oh yeah, Vegeta saying how could you do that to my Bulma, and then he fights Beerus.
Oh yes.
That was from the same movie, right? Yeah.
Yeah. When
yo,
that was crazy.
That's some good delivery in that movie. Yo, that's crazy.
Yo.
But you know what? It was also Dragon Ball's first return since Z.
Yep.
So they definitely they had some pent up energy they had to let out in that movie.
Strawhat Akira brings up the first Broly movie, which I think. By the way, I think the Dragon Ball Z movies, like in the Saiyan Cell Saga era, have some of the best art in Dragon Ball. I don't know what about it is so good, but it's so.
I think it's up to the end of Z. I don't think it really because like
I feel like it has like a I think maybe I'm thinking about Fusion Reborn is legendary too. Yeah, it's the whole of Z. The whole of Z, the movies, the art style is beautiful. So freaking beautiful.
And they went away from it. They went away from it in Super, and that's the thing that people were not happy about.
Yeah,
because that shit still looks so hard, bro. Like.
Yeah, I think they mastered it more, in the big moments, especially like later in Tournament of Power. I think it looks fine.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, like the Z, and so that Broly movie, the moments. Oh man,
the AMVs that Broly movie made, bro. I remember watching the AMVs for days, bro. Linkin Park and all that shit, bro. Just Broly dragging everybody through the fucking mud, bro. That shit was crazy.
Yeah. Oh, still brings up another banger from a movie, Tingon versus Bojack. I'm my father's son. Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, Gogeta versus Broly. I'm glad I watched that in theaters. That movie changed.
That is one of the coolest theater experience I've ever had next to fucking Avengers.
Yes. Yes. The Avengers, oh my god.
Like watching that in theaters, it was just a whole bunch of guys and just real Dragon Ball fans just screaming and yelling and cheering and just laughing and enjoying the whole experience together. Like that whole theater was watching that Gogeta Broly movie, man. That was one of the dopest theater experiences I've ever had, easily.
Callie, that's such a fucking great pickup, because you're right. That moment, people were yelling Kamehameha when they were doing it too. We were powering up, and then you brought up the Avengers moment when fucking Captain America picks up Mjolnir and he's fighting Thanos. And bro, I can still get chills thinking about that shit. But fucking Gogeta Blue going against Broly, that shit was OD. Everyone in theater was popping off, bro. That shit was something else, man.
Bro, like when they shattered the dimension, oh my god.
Yeah, that shit was insane. They were literally going between realities. They were fighting so hard. That might be my favorite Dragon Ball movie. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think that's fair. And you know what I also think? I think Superhero was so hated on for its style before it came out. That's a good ass movie right there.
That's a great movie.
Obviously, I don't think anyone disagrees with that. But other than that, really, really, really good movie. And the art style, I think, it worked really well. I think obviously everyone wants the art style from Broly movie, which is understandable, but I think the art style of Superhero was great. I really enjoyed that movie. I want to say something else about a Dragon Ball movie. Oh, what I was gonna say was that something Dragon Ball Fighters, I think one of the best things that the features and inputs they've had on fighting games and adapting a series was dramatic intros and dramatic finishes. Nigga, when I was on ranked fighting some scrub at 2 a.m. on PS4. Back in the summer of 2019, and I'm fighting a Broly. And I used to hate Broly back then. And I'm on space because of all these niggas on ranked on space, and I'm like, wait, I can dramatic finish this nigga. I can hit him with the movie ending. And I'm fishing for it, and I go for it, and I watch it happen, and nigga watches it too. Oh man, there's just some. I think dramatic intros and finishes are just it's kind of what we're talking about here, respecting the greatness of Dragon Ball.
The moments, right?
Absolutely greatness, man.
But
too good, bro.
So good. What?
I feel like all that's left to really mention is the other works. It's obviously influenced, but we could literally fucking talk about.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm only keen with Dragon Ball, but watching everybody celebrate all these different works that Toriyama had a hand in definitely makes me want to go back and experience. I really want to experience Dragon Quest. I've never played it before.
Bro, that's one of my that shit. I love JRPGs. So
yeah, as I do as well. So I think I would like it. I definitely want to check it out.
Brother, I started Chrono Trigger last night.
What?
Chrono Trigger is OD. That's an OD game, bro.
A lot of people say it's like JRPG.
If you had to recommend one, which one would you recommend?
The for you?
I mean, between Dragon Quest and Chrono Trigger.
Well,
that's hard. You have a duty here, right?
Chrono Trigger is one of the best of all time, but if you want like a nicer looking game, probably Dragon Quest 11. That shit was a really good game.
Okay.
That's the latest Dragon Quest game.
Okay.
Yeah, they do look fucking amazing. That's a fact.
Chrono Trigger, Cali, you could honestly get that on your phone and play that while like at work or some shit like that.
Yo, that is all I needed to hear because I'll be looking for shit to do at work. So that's all I needed to hear. Say less.
Yeah, because it's one of those older games that you get one of those emulators or whatever,
and throw it on the phone, yeah.
Bro, you have a blast. That game is fantastic. And another one is Final Fantasy 6 to play like that too. If you're gonna play on your phone, then that's definitely the way to do it.
I'll definitely look into it.
But yeah, man,
you guys' experiences, yeah.
I was really gonna move on to like the stuff about other works that were inspired, like One Piece and stuff like that, and all the.
Oh, when you said that, I thought you meant other works from Toriyama.
Okay, all good.
I know he did Dr. Slump. This is the big one before Dragon Ball.
Before Dragon Ball, Arale.
Arale-chan, yeah. So
yeah. And it's funny seeing her her appearing like Tenkaichi Budokai and stuff like it's like, yo, who is this little girl? Because obviously in the West it's not as big as Dragon Ball, of course, and it was really I think it was huge in Japan before.
It was huge, bro. Like I didn't know until this weekend people started putting it. She inspired the design of fucking Mario because she got the overalls with the wings, the fucking Tanuki shit. Too. Yeah, the way she runs is kind of crazy. Like
that is nuts to think about. Yeah,
wow. And all this shit be fucking influenced by this dude, and like he really is the grandfather of fucking anime, and help bring this shit over here because I know it's what helped get a lot of us into anime, and like it's pretty crazy, bro. Like Toriyama's a GOAT, like
absolute GOAT.
The shit that like fucking Oda's statement was pretty crazy. I don't know if you guys want to share that or not. I have it up if you guys want. I can read it if you guys want. If you guys want me to.
Maybe read some lines though.
All right, so this is Oda's statement about Akira Toriyama's death. It's too early. The hole is too big. The thought of never seeing you again fills me with sadness. I've admired you so much since I was a child, and I remember the day when you called me by my name for the first time. I also miss the day when I had a great time with Kishimoto on the way home from the day when he used the word friend for us. I also remember the last conversation we had. He is one of the people who took the baton from the era when reading manga would make you stupid and create an era where both adults and children read and enjoy manga. He showed us the dream that manga can do things like this and that we can go to the world, which is what happened. It's crazy. He gave it to me. It was like watching a hero push forward. The excitement he experienced when he serialized Dragon Ball is probably rooted in the childhoods of creators who are active in all industries, not just manga artists. That existence is a great tree. For manga artists of my generation who have stood on the same stage, the closer I got to Toriyama's work, the more I realized that they had a great presence. So scary, but I'm just happy to see the easygoing man himself again. Because we love Toriyama Sensei on a blood level, I would like to express my respect and gratitude to the world of creativity left behind by Professor Toriyama, and pray for his repose and peace. I hope that heaven will be a pleasant world just as you envisioned it. And that shit was from Oda. That shit was.
That last line.
That last line is the one. Yeah, that last line is the one.
It's crazy, bro. This guy, like I said before, he's your mangaka. He's your artist's favorite artist. Like, one of my favorite comic book artists is Jorge Jimenez, and he does a lot of work for DC. And you could tell he was influenced by fucking Akira Toriyama. Like his art style is crazy, and like he made a whole post about it as well, and it's just crazy to see like how much he's influenced just the whole world in general, bro. Because like people be doing kamehameha poses at like at sporting after hitting a home run or scoring a goal in soccer, like and everyone knows what that is. Like even the sign language of Dragon Ball is the kamehameha, and people fucking know what that
That
is.
shit was nuts.
That's crazy.
That is actually insane. I can't lie. I didn't even know that. That's actually
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, there was a news anchor like doing it, and like there was a sign language interpreter, and she literally did the Kamehameha to represent. It's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts. But yeah,
Like-
man, the level of impact is absolutely out of this world. Kishimoto, Naruto's author's letter, there was the line that actually destroyed me. Said, "I wish the Dragon Balls could make a wish now," and I was like,
Yes.
Why would you say such like that? I don't want to cry, man.
Fucked me up. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Kishimoto's was longer, and he got very like personal, and
Yeah.
I definitely started reading his, and I started crying. So I was like, oof.
Yeah,
But,
surprisingly had a shorter one, but I could tell it was like really, really real. Was the Bleach author? I off the top it wasn't. I couldn't tell you where to find it, but he basically was just saying like this shit doesn't feel real first and foremost.
Yeah.
But he also kept it real. You know when like someone close to you passes away, or like someone you like you really fuck with, but it doesn't hit like it should or you expect it to, because it's hard sometimes to show emotion. And he said that he was feeling that, and he's like, I'm not as sad as I feel like I should have been.
Yeah.
But I think also, but then he also said like, he mentioned like we can always visit him in his works.
Yep.
And he just kept it real. I was like, damn, that's a good perspective.
He's like, he may be gone, but he's never forgotten. His legacy lives on with that with his work and stuff like
exactly.
Yeah.
that. Something around those lines, and that's
yeah.
pretty cool, man.
And it's funny because like this won't stop. This inspiration and how much people fuck with Dragon Ball won't stop, even if Dragon Ball never continued from this day onward. Like people would still discover the originals. The impact, the references will be to Ham in the shows that are popular now.
It's in so many shows reference, even like Western, bro. Like, like the cartoons now. I saw some like Billy and Mandy, like fucking like Chowder, like a whole bunch, like all those fucking Fairly Odd Parents back in the day. Like they even had them powering up like they were Super Saiyan. That shit was crazy.
He's elite, bro. He's elite, man. There's just everything, like you said, your favorite artist. He's the GOAT, bro.
Dude is definitely the GOAT. RIP Akira Toriyama, man. Your legacy will live on. A lot of people continue it. Dragon Ball will never die, man. It's one of those things that can literally just never die, for sure. Looking forward to see. Go ahead.
Oh no, I said, and I know we're just gonna continue with Torotaro, his protege, and now. And now we know that his son is gonna pick up where he left off, also. So.
All right, so we know the franchise is definitely in good hands. I wouldn't worry about that. Yeah, you deserve the rest, Mr. Toriyama-san. Definitely deserve it. Definitely rest in peace.
Yeah.
I guess that'll be it for this week's episode.
I think so.
I'm hearing rumors that some of the mangaka may or may not take a break next week.
If they do, I understand. Yeah, like.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. So I don't know how true the rumors are, but we may or may not get a chapter next week. We'll see what happens. Definitely deserve. I wouldn't be mad at all if they needed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was their GOAT. That was their sensei for most of the ones that are doing it right now. So, completely understandable. Even some fucking Spanish-speaking countries wanted to make the day that he passed like a day off for everyone.
A day off, like a holiday.
Like that's OD.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so we gotta wait and see what happens with that. If they do, then we'll be back with some break week content like we normally do. Anybody want to say anything else before we wrap it up?
I just want to show my two favorite Dragon Ball pins real quick before I go. This was actually my first pin. It's a evolution tree of Goku, like from UI all the way to regular.
That's way, bro.
Yeah, and this one, which I think is very promising, and appropriate to end the episode on is Goku, and at the end of Z outfit with the blue,
Yeah.
leaving with the dragon. So
Nice.
No.
That's fire. That's definitely fire.
yeah, but R.I.P. Akira Toriyama. Thank you for everything, man. Like, uh, you'll never know. Like, you'll know now. Because we're talking to you, but like, it's crazy how much you've impacted me personally and all of us. Like, and I can't thank you enough.
Absolutely.
Personally, I think what I really realized from this was that this the man's work has completely changed the trajectory of my entire life and who I am as a person.
Yeah.
And I'm at a really happy point in my life about where I am and who I've become, and I literally think I would be in, maybe I would have done it another way or met different people that I would still learn from.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to just shout out him and all the people that I'm so grateful to have you guys on the pod. My friends from Ottawa, my friends that I met from Dragon Ball, that I talk to all the time. And even though I don't talk to, I often think all the time that I'm a bit removed from the Dragon Ball scene online. After I've grown up and I'm doing a lot of different stuff. I don't even play Dragon Ball that much. So I feel like I don't talk to a lot of people I used to talk to 3-4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have so much love for them. So if Dragon Ball has meant anything to you, just thank you for participating in it. And yeah, man, I love you guys. Shout out to the chat.
Yes, thank you guys.
I'm very. It's really, again, it shouldn't take someone dying for niggas to look back, but really it's shown me how much my life has changed because of Dragon Ball FighterZ and all the work he's done. So yeah, that's all I just want to say. Just thanks for that.
Appreciate all of it, all your loved ones, man.
Yeah.
Show appreciation. It's the little details that count, bro. Because the day you lose someone, like then you were like, oh, I wish I appreciated them more. Like, I mean, it's always gonna be the case, but if you can.
Yeah, I think you're always gonna feel that way when it's somebody that you care about. You could have done more, but that's why it is important, like you said, to appreciate and cherish and enjoy and live in the moment right now. It's not promised, you know what I mean? Tomorrow's not promised for anybody.
True.
Definitely gotta live it while you can, man. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Big shout out to the chat today. Chat held it down. We love you guys, man. Y'all came through with the moments and just celebrating this great man with us, and we appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. This is your sign to start coming to the live chat if you don't already. Make sure you guys join the Twitch or the YouTube while we're streaming. Come hang out with us, talk to us, and chat, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys follow the Strawhat Sitdown on all our platforms. We're on IG, Twitter, YouTube, at Strawhat Sitdown, TikTok at Strawhat Sitdown. You look for us, you'll find us. Yeah, I guess that's about it, man. R.I.P. Akira Toriyama, we love you. Thank you for everything. You have changed all of our lives in more way than one, and we will never forget you. Long live Akira Toriyama. We will be back next week. We'll play it by ear to see what we do. Make sure you guys follow the Twitter so you know what we do. When we find out, you'll find out, all right? That's gonna be it. It's gonna wrap it up for us. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Till next time, take it easy, be safe, be healthy, and we will see y'all when we see y'all. Peace, guys.
Peace,
y'all.
Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that one piece? We are. Strawhat sit down crew in the building. We Corona to these other podcasts. We gon' put these people in their feelings when they hear this, and they know that they can't top this. We spit facts and we poppin' every time an episode is dropping. We see D3 in the corner, Mister, that's a real G with the green screen in the background. Got him looking like he in a real scene. We got Big Mod in the cut, always ready with rebuttals, but he bring the knowledge when we in the huddle, so you know the crew is never gonna fumble. And it's YHuss, last but not least. If you ask me, then Cali, mad the captain, make him rally around me. Every Sunday we gon' run deep, and we can't till we find out about that One Piece. Who gon' get down? We are. This that straw hat, sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that One Piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that straw hat, sit down. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that One Piece?